Very good evening, all of you. Hope you all are doing well. Let's start with today's session. Quick recap of last session. Last time we discussed about JavaScript statements, JavaScript code, then comments in JavaScript, identifiers, JavaScript identifiers, then about JavaScript keywords. And then we started with one very important topic that is data types. Then I gave you classification also, the basic data types, primitive types, and the other are objects, also called as non-primitive, right? So in that, whatever data types are available, quick introduction we will see. The first is number data type. Like in JavaScript, they have not done much classification in the numeric category. As like in Java, we have whole numbers and floating point numbers. So in floating point, again, we have float and double. In whole numbers category, we have byte, short, int, long, then unsigned character. So much classification is not there. JavaScript says any numeric value, let it be a whole number or a floating point number, doesn't matter. But it is a numeric value, then it is of type number. Getting its data type is number. And please remember, they don't have any keywords for data type. Why? Because language is dynamic and loosely typed. Dynamic in the sense there is no concept of declaring and at the time of declaration telling the data type. What value you assign from that, the data type is decided. Right? So keyword in that sense, keywords are not there for data type, but data types are there. Okay. So number means any numeric value. Let it be a whole number, floating point number, anything. Only you can represent this in different forms that just I quickly tell you. If it is in a whole number form, whole numbers, okay, they can be positive also negative, but whole numbers. Then you can represent them in decimal form. Okay, decimal means base 10. Now base 10 means in that number system, only 10 symbols are there. Symbol or digits. 10 numbers are there. And you form a 10 symbol, digit. And then using that, you form your number combination. So how many are there? 0, 1, dot, dot, 9. And using these 10 symbols, you make a combination and form a number. Like if I'm writing 2, 1, 5, 6. So I've picked the numbers from this and I've formed a number, 2156. Everyone is in the power 10, right? 10 raised to 0, 10 raised to 1. Why 10 power? Because in that number system, there are 10 digits. So every digit will have a place value in power of 10. 10 raised to 1, that is unit place, tens place, hundreds place, thousand place, right or no? 10 raised to 2, 10 raised to 3. That's why 10 raised to 3 is 1000. 1000 into 2 is 2000. We write na 2156. So first number system, that is base 10. In that, how many digits are there? 0 to 9. And you have to form a number with the combination of 0 to 9. And every digit in that number will have a place value in the power of 10. Only you cannot start with 0. 0 can come anywhere later, but it should not begin with 0. Okay. Then second we have that is octal. Okay. Octal number system also we have. Now in case of octal, it is base 8. But please remember these all number systems are for whole numbers. In number category only, whole numbers. Those which don't have a fractional part. So octal is base 8. Means in this, every number is created using combination of 0 to 7. Do you agree? 0 to 7 combination. That's the reason it is base 8. How many digits are there in that number system? 8. So whatever number you will form from 0 to 7, every digit will have place value 8 power. Like if I take 3 from this and 5 from this, okay, only you have to precede it with 0. When you precede with 0, it is indicated as octal. Okay, like in Python, we have to write O also. In Python language, we have to write O as well to 0 also plus O, 0 O, 35. So this is octal 35, not decimal 35. Only 35 means decimal 35. As it is preceded with 0, it will treat it as octal. So it is 8 power 0, 8 power 1, like this. So 8 power 0 is 1, 1 into 5 is 5, plus 8 power 1 is 8, into 3 is 24. So you'll get 29 as decimal. So 29 as decimal is 0.35 in octal. Okay, so that is second number system. Then we have hexadecimal number system. Please remember this all are for only whole numbers. Now hexadecimal meaning base 16. Okay, means in that number system we have 16 digits and we will form a number by taking the combination of that 16 digits. Whatever that 16 digits are, we have to pick and form a number. Now, what those 16 digits are? Actually, 0 to 9, which it has taken from decimal number system, 0 to 9. And we want to form 6 more. So, what they have taken letters A to F. But letter A will represent 10. Letter B will represent 11. C 12, D 13, E 14, and F 15. So it is total 16. 0 to 15. 0 to 15 is going to make it as 16. Getting? And it should be preceded by 0x. It should be preceded by 0x. Okay? And that x can be in capital, lowercase, uppercase, doesn't matter. And this A to F also can be in uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. कैसे भी लिखो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है अपर में लिखा लोअर में चलता है नाउ 0x35 I write just before for octal I wrote 035 so that time it took what 8 power 0 8 power 1 so it came out to be as 29 but as it is preceded with 0x your Python sorry JavaScript engine will treat it as hexadecimal that is 16 raised to 0 16 raised to 1. Getting? So 16 raised to 0 is 1. 1 into 5 is 5 plus 16 raised to 1 is 16 into 3 is 48. So you'll get how much? 48 plus 5, 53. So this is 53 in decimal, which is 0x35 in hexadecimal. Okay? So I hope this is also clear. So in this, base 16 means it is having total how many digits? 16 digits, 0 to 9 and A to F. A will represent 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Total 16. Okay. And preceded with 0x. These letters you can write in upper, lower. This x also upper, lower doesn't matter. And last is the binary representation. Binary. Okay. Now in case of binary, it is base 2. Means in that number system, only two symbols are there or two digits. Which are the two digits? 0 and 1. So anything is formed with the help of 0 and 1. But it should be preceded with 0b. That B can be capital B, small b, doesn't matter. But you have to precede it with 0b. Then only it will be treated as binary. Okay, so suppose I've written 1101 and proceed with 0b. So please remember, it is not going to consider it as 1101. It is binary. Getting? It is binary to decimal 13 it will be. You can check. I did it orally. You can check. 2 raised to 0. 2 raised to 1, no need to write because 2 raised to 1, whatever it is, multiplied by 0 is 0. 2 raised to 2, and this is 2 raised to 3. So tell me, 2 raised to 3 is 8, and 2 raised to 2 is 4. So 8 plus 4 plus 1 is a total 13. 12 plus 1 is 13. So 13 in decimal is 1101 in binary. Okay. So in numbers, data type, what all things come? Numeric value. Let it be whole numbers, floating point. All numbers come under number data type. But in that only, if we have whole numbers, then they can be represented as decimal, octal, hexadecimal, binary. And if we have floating point numbers are never exact. They are recurring value. They are rounded value. You understanding? Always there will be some error in the floating numbers. Floating numbers can never be exact. They are just rounded to whatever places we want. Okay? So if it is a floating point number, then that also can be represented in two notations. But floating numbers can never be represented in octal, hexadecimal, binary, and all. We people, internally, everything is binary only. Okay? Internally in your computer system, everything is binary. But how to represent this floating? So one is using fixed notation. Okay. Now in fixed notation, what they do, as it is the key, we are not normalizing it. Whatever the digits are there, dot, and again digits. That's all. As it is. As it is. जैसे वो floating point number था वैसे ही लिखो. कुछ normalize वगैरह नहीं किया. Digits है dot digits. And there is second one called as scientific notation. Okay. Now in case of scientific notation, what is done? It is normalized in the form of Mantissa exponent form. Understanding? Like if your number is like this 0.000152, something like that. This you have done it in obviously in school days, 11, 12, 11, 12. If you are from science, then you might have done it in physics practicals and all. Generally in physics practical, if the readings come too small, then your teachers might have told you to normalize it in the form of Mantissa exponent. We take this dot to first non-zero and we write like this 1.52 into 10 raised to how many places I shifted to the right? 4 places. So 10 raised to minus 4. The same way, but instead of writing this into 10, you just have to use e minus 4. Means in JavaScript, you just write 1.52 e, e uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter, and then just minus 4. That's all. So this is same as 1.52 e minus 4 is same as 1.52 into 10 raised to minus 4. Getting? Same like if I'm having 1000 and I'm representing 1000 in a scientific way. So I'll just write 1e3. Now 1e3 is same as what? 1 into 10 raised to 3. So it is same as 1000 only. Okay? So I hope you got it. And please remember all these notations which I've told. To every notation in the preceding, you can have plus sign or a minus sign. All notations, let it be octal, hexadecimal, binary, decimal, Then in case of scientific fixed notation, everyone can have a preceding plus sign or a minus sign. Okay, okay. I'll give you some illustrations, but I hope the representations are clear. So when this data type is used, represents integers and floating point numbers. They are specifically for number. Let the number be whole number or everything comes under number. So simple. As it is a scripting language, a lot of things are loosely kept. They are not much strict in many cases. Like in Java, there is very specific classification: byte type, short type, int type. Then we have long, then unsigned category, that is char, then floating point float and double. Nothing like that. They say if you are dealing with number, everyone come under number. See here. Now don't bother about what that let signifies. Okay, it is a keyword used to declare a variable. And what value you assign, that becomes its data type. So I've assigned 10. I've assigned 3.14. Both are of data type number. Okay? Then different ways to represent numbers. Just now I told you. Decimal, octal, hexadecimal, so many are there. See here, the first one. Now, how they are represented and all that, all explanation which I gave, that everything I have not written on the slide. I think slides are purposely kept limited only, or we don't unnecessarily write everything on the slide. Why? Because you have to listen to the lecture also. No? Only slide is not important. Listening is more important. Okay? See, this is a decimal notation. Okay, see, in JavaScript also, guys, like Python, you have to write zero. Huh? I told starting with zero, but no, in JavaScript also you have to proceed with zero, like Python. In Java, we don't have O, only O, 052 we write, 052. But in JavaScript also it is O, like Python, exactly like Python they used. Okay, so first one is decimal floating point. Is it hexadecimal? Yes. Is this in binary form? Is it in octal form? Is it in exponential form? 1.5 E3. Is it same as 1.5 into 10 raised to 3? 10 raised to 3 is 1000 into 1.5 is 1500. Okay? Okay, some questions I'll give you. You people will tell me. And you can display it in a console window also, or if you want to display it in the browser window, accordingly. Okay, I'll just give you some questions. I'll be expecting answer from you. Okay, I'll open this folder. Okay, I'm just giving number demo dot html. I guess it's deleted. It's there. Why it is not taking? Okay, okay, script tag. Then you will just tell me. Now, instead of printing in the browser window, just in the console window we'll print. Okay, in our debug window. So I'll just write console.log. Okay, and suppose I'm writing 101 plus 0 0x101 plus 0x101 plus 0b101. Okay. So what do you think? What should be the output for this? 101 plus 0O101 plus 0x101 plus 0b101. Right? I wrote 101 plus 0O101 plus 0x101 plus 0b101. Isn't it? Can you tell me? 101. It is decimal 101. It is not starting with 0O also or 0x also or with 0b also. So it is treated 101 only. 101 as it is. This is decimal 101. Now second is octal 0O101. So this is considered octal 8 to the power 0, 8 to the power 1, 8 to the power 2. Getting? So 8 to the power 0 is 1 and 8 to the power 2 is 64. So how much it will come?
65.
64 plus 1, 65, right? This is hexadecimal. So obviously it will take 16 power, 16 raised to 0, 16 raised to 1, right? Sorry, 2, because that 0 is skipped. So 16 raised to 2 is 256. 16 raised to 2 is 256. And 16 raised to 0 is 1, 1 into 1. So 256 plus 1, 257. And last, this is binary. This is 2 power. So 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, and 2 raised to 2.
I think 5.
Okay? It is 5.
5.
And then when you add it, you get what? This 12 and 6, 18. Right? This is 12. And this is 4.
428.
Okay? So you'll get output as 428. You can check. Now, as it is a console output, you can see it here also in the window. See here. Can you see? Getting? You can rerun and see. Is it giving 428? Suppose I give you console.log and I'm writing 0x bad plus 100. Okay, 0x bad plus 100. What do you say? First of all, is 0x bad valid? 0x bad. Valid, no? It will be treated as a valid hexadecimal number. It's a valid
Yes.
hexadecimal number. So
Yes.
it will take it as 16 raised to 0, 16 raised to 1, 16 raised to 2, like that, right? Now 16 raised to 2 means 16 square. 16 square is 256 into B is 11 plus 16 raised to 1 is 16 into A is 10 plus 16 raised to 0 is 1 into D. D is A, B, C, D. It is 13, right? Now find the answer. Now anything if you multiply by 11, it's very simple. The first and the last digits are same, only consecutive you have to add. So actually the answer is like this, 6. 6 will come. 5 plus 6 is 11. 1, 1 carry. 5 plus 6 is 11. 1, 1 carry. Now 2 plus 5, 7 and 1, 8. And the first number as it is. And 160 plus 13. You can check. Is it 2989? 2989. And in that you add 100. Getting? So when you add 100 in it, is it going to become 3089? Check. You can rerun. See. Is it 3089? Okay. Anyways, so you got it. And if you want to check whether that variable is of that type, but what is the type of that variable? See, let x equal to 40 I'm writing, and console.log, and type of operator is there. There is, when we'll come to operators, that time we will learn again, but there is an operator called type of. Type of is the operator. Give your variable, it will tell to which type that variable belongs. See, is it getting number? As it is printing number, it tells that that variable belongs to which type? Number type. Okay, chalo. Quickly we'll move to the next data type, guys. String. String data type. Now, string is any sequence of characters enclosed in a single quote or double quote. Okay, in JavaScript, it doesn't make any difference. You can use a single quoted also or double quoted. Both are string. Because in JavaScript, there is no special data type called char as we have it in C or Java. Like single quoted are called as char and double quoted are called string. Nothing like that. Okay, so string is any sequence of characters, and any sequence of character means it can be letters, digit, uh, uppercase letters, lowercase, special symbols, escape sequences, anything enclosed in a pair of single quote or in a pair of double quote. That will be called as a string. And internally, remember, it is an object. It is an object of type string, and it is immutable. You cannot modify. Once the string is created, it is not modifiable. Okay. And lot of things on string we are going to discuss. There will be a separate topic only on string and the methods of string. Lot of methods are there, like two uppercase, two lowercase. If you want to find out substring, search one string inside another string, many other. So there will be a separate topic on that. Now we are just talking about data type string. So sequence of characters enclosed in quotes or backticks also. Quotes means single quote or double quote, both will do. And there is one concept called backtick. If you see on the keyboard, there is one tilde sign. There only one backtick is there. There is a speciality about backticks. Okay, I'll tell you. If you have a string with a backtick, backticks are different. Single quote is different, double quote is different, and backticks are different. On your keyboard, you can see there is a tilde sign like this, and then backtick. So anything which you write in a backtick is interpolated. Now you'll say, what do you mean by interpolated? It says that within a backtick string, a string with a backtick, if there are variables encountered, those variables are replaced by their value. That is the speciality of this string. So such strings, which are backtick strings or a string enclosed in a backtick, is having a speciality that it expands variables with its value. Whatever variables are coming in it, they are replaced by their value. And that process of expanding the string by replacing variable with that value is called as interpolation. So that is the specialty about backtick strings. Okay. See, but how to give the variables like this? Dollar brace bracket name of the variable. Okay.
Sir, can you explain?
Which part? Yes, I'm coming to it.
Yeah.
First part is clear. A double quoted string. Name equal to double quote. Second is a single quoted string. But third one is a string with a backtick. So whenever you have a string with a backtick, such strings are having a speciality that they are interpolated, meaning it will expand it by replacing the variable with its value. So within that string, wherever a variable name comes, it is going to replace it with its value. Getting? But how to use that variable within that string? This is a special syntax, dollar brace bracket and the variable. So value of that variable is replaced here. Not only variable, even expressions are also allowed. Like if you have two variable, you can just write x plus y in it. It will evaluate and substitute that value. Getting? So quickly I'll create strdemo.html. Okay. Let a equal to 10, suppose. Let b equal to 20. Then I'm writing console.log and you can print a comma b also is valid. Dot log b. And another I'm creating console.log and I'm creating a backtick string. That is the special backtick string. Huh? It is a backtick string. And I'm writing like this. Addition of dollar brace bracket A and dollar brace bracket B is dollar $A plus B, like this. So what will happen? As this is a backtick string, in that string, wherever such variables or expressions are coming, which are enclosed in a bracket and preceded with a dollar, it is replaced by its value. So what is value of A? 10. It will replace here. What is value of 20? B? 20. It will replace here. Yeah, it will replace the addition of it. Getting clear? You can check. See. Can you see the output? First, just we wrote log A, log B. And then when I created this backtick string, is it replacing that variable with its value? Dollar brace bracket A is replaced with A's value, B's value, and here the addition. Just try to see that instead of backtick, put double quote or a single quote. It will not interpolate it. It will simply print the string as it is. See, is it printing the string as it is? That is the difference between backtick strings and normal double quoted string. Is it? You can check the data type also, like name, then age, okay, and console.log. You can give name colon dollar brace bracket name, comma, age colon dollar brace bracket age. It will print. You can print the type of name. Okay, it will print accordingly. what data type it belongs. See, is it printing string? It is telling that name belongs to string data type. And here, can you see, has it displayed it as it is? No interpolation, because by mistake I wrote single quote instead of backtick. But if I put backtick, you can check, is it replacing that variable name by the value, variable age by the value? Okay, so I hope it is clear. If you have doubt, please ask. Sure, no?
Clear, sir.
Moving to Boolean data type. Now, Boolean is used for representing truth values or falsity. So truth values are only two. Either it is true or either it is false. So only two values are there, true and false. Okay. So any variable to which you assign true or false, they are Boolean data type. See, logical values true or false. Example I've written, let is logged in equal to true. That's all. And you can check the data type, what it belongs to. We will be learning later when we'll come to operators and all. So that time we will see, can we do arithmetic operations on Boolean? Getting? See here. In this program only, I'm not creating a separate program. Let is logged in equal to true and console dot log and check the type of that variable is logged in. See, is it Boolean? It gives the data type as Boolean. Here you can see the output. Okay. Then next we have that is undefined. Now, what this undefined means. So any variable which is declared, but you haven't given any explicit value to it. No value you have given, just declared, but no explicit value is assigned to it. Then it is automatic undefined. So variable declared but not assigned any value. Example C, let X. And now if I check the data type of X, it will be undefined. C, let X. And console dot log type of X, you can confirm. Is it giving undefined? So very simple concept. Undefined means any variable declared, but you haven't given any explicit value to it. Like here we have given, so it is a number. It's a number. It's a string. This is the number data type. This is the Boolean data type. But this is undefined data type. Why they have to keep it? Because it's a loosely typed language. Okay. Then next is null. Ideally, it is treated as object only. But when you're creating a variable and explicitly assigning null to it, means when you're not storing any number value, string value, but still you want to store something. So you can store a null value. Null represents nothing like that. Okay. So explicitly assigned empty value like this. Let y equal to null. Because when you don't assign, it is by default undefined. So when you're explicitly giving null, then it becomes null type. But I think it is internally treated as object because in objects also, if you want to remove the reference, you assign null. See here, y equal to null and console dot log type of y. See, it takes it as object only because null also come under object category. Array comes under object category. Okay, you can create your own objects. They are also object. Date come under object. Getting? So lot of things are there which come under category object. So null is also automatically treated as object. Okay, clear? Then there's one more data type called symbol. At this moment, just understand it. Maybe after some time, I'll give you the applications also of symbol. This was not there in the initial version of JavaScript. It is introduced in ES6, that is from 2015. Okay. It is just creating a unique immutable identifier. Immutable means you cannot modify and creates a new unique identifier. Getting? And generally when to use, I'll tell you. So as I said, now when we will go further when we will know some more programming concepts, that time I'll take a proper example and I'll justify. Now, just remember it is creating a unique and immutable identifier, symbol of ID. This ID is just like a description. It is just representing a description, and you just have to write symbol and the description. You get this. Okay. See, remember, guys, like if I'm writing let uh, any variable, I'll take p equal to ID if I write, and let q equal to ID only if I write. Getting? So now what JavaScript engine considers as these both values are same, it will not consider two different variables. Both are referring to the same ID. It considers like a pool. On the pool, it will create the string ID once, and both are referring to the same ID as the string is same. So it will not create two duplicate variables. Means variables are two, but both are referring to the same ID. Which ID? Double quote ID string. So if you check the comparison, if you're doing comparison, console.log, and I'm doing comparison like this, P double equal to Q, it will give true. Why? Because they both are same. Both are referring to the same string. Getting? Double quote ID is one string. So what your JavaScript engine, sometimes by mistake I tell Python, but remember JavaScript engine. So first P will refer to this. And when you create Q with Q equal to double quote ID. So it says this double quote ID. Anyway, it is a immutable string. So why to create again new? It will take this Q and refer to the same place. Get it? But if you don't want like that, you want that both the strings should be treated different, then you can use symbol. Though their description is same, but they are treated unique only. Getting? It will be needed. I'll give you the applications, but if I try to tell you the applications now, it will be little bit bouncer concept. Okay. So when we'll come to the application, you'll come to know. Now
Yeah,
see.
hello. Hello, Ajit.
Uh,
Yes, I wanted to ask some question like if both the means variables are pointing to ID only, then that is immutable action, right?
immutable. Strings are immutable. Actually, string is anyway immutable. You cannot modify. So JavaScript engine says anyway it is immutable. So why to create separate copies for the same string? Double
Mm-hmm.
quote ID. So why to create one more, one more, one more? Let all refer to the same place. So
Okay.
P will also refer there, Q will also refer there. But
Mm.
now if I do another way, like I'm creating T and I'm creating U, okay, and I'm passing symbol to it, okay. So though the description of both the symbol is same, the description of both the symbol is same, still it will create it unique. T is different, U is different. Okay, and if you check in console.log T double equal to U. If your work is done, you can mute the mic. If you still want to ask, please ask. Okay, let me complete this. So now if you compare T double equal to U, though the description of both the symbol is same, but still Python interpreter will Python नहीं अपना JavaScript interpreter or JavaScript engine will consider this both different. Uniquely, it will create unique T variable and unique U variable. Get it? See, when you compare the second, in second case, it gives you T and U as false. So though both the symbol are having same description, but they will be different variable. Get it? So many times it's there, applications are there, but as I said, at this moment that applications difficult to understand because we need to know many more programming concepts. Getting many more programming concepts we need to know. For this moment, just understand as both are having same description, then also they will be treated as two different variable. And that's the reason, see, when I try to compare T equal to U, you get false. But previously, when I compared P equal to Q, I got true. Because that time it has just compared that strings. And that strings were not different, they were same only. P and Q both are referring to same ID. It has created one ID only on the hip. Getting?
सर
Okay.
आई हैव अ
Huh?
क्वेश्चन. तो यहाँ पे जो सर एड्रेस तो दोनों का डिफरेंट होगा ना, टी या
Huh.
यू?
Yes, it is going to be different.
डिफरेंट, ओके.
Different ही होगा.
वो न्यू न्यू कीवर्ड जैसे ना.
हाँ, बट न्यू और भी चीजों के लिए यहाँ वो इंटरनली कुछ एल्गोरिथम यूज करता है, वो यूनिक वैल्यूज ही देगा दोनों को.
ओके.
ठीक? भले वो स्ट्रिंग सेम है. ओके. So as I said, please don't at this moment try to go into too much detail because when the applications will come, I'll sure take one application. Getting where I'll show you. Like in case of objects, that time I'll tell you how it will be used.
नहीं, क्योंकि हम लोग सर वो जावा में पढ़े थे ना, वहाँ पे स्टैटिक पूल एरिया में जाके वो करता है.
हाँ होता है ना, सेम
हाँ,
कॉन्सेप्ट यहाँ भी तो है. यहाँ भी
यहाँ
है.
पे भी इसलिए
यहाँ
ओके.
भी है ना, पूल का कंसेप्ट इधर भी एप्लीकेबल है. See, in both case, when you try to print, it will print same because the identifier is the same. But still, देखो दोनों प्रिंट करते समय सेम प्रिंट हुआ, बट कंपेयर करते समय फॉल्स है बिकॉज ये दोनों अलग ट्रीट होते हैं. Getting? ये स्पेशली जब कोई पासवर्ड वगैरह सेव्ड है तो वो ओवरराइट नहीं होना चाहिए. तो दैट टाइम और कुछ यूनिक कीज है, आपका एक अरे बना है एंड अरे में की वैल्यू स्टोर्ड है, तो आपको चाहिए कि कोई की ऐसी है कि जिसकी वैल्यू रिप्लेस नहीं होनी चाहिए. इट शुड नॉट गेट एक्सीडेंटली रिप्लेस्ड. तो जनरली उन कीज को सिंबल लेने का रहता है. Getting? तो एप्लीकेशंस है जैसे मैंने कहा, बट प्लीज डोंट ट्राई टू ओवरथिंक मत करो अभी इसी समय. देन नेक्स्ट वी हैव बिग इंट ऑल्सो. ये भी बात के जावास्क्रिप्ट में ऐड हुआ है, दैट इज लेटर वर्जन ऑफ जावा. दैट इज नंबर्स विच आर बियॉन्ड द नंबर डेटा टाइप जो देखा ना अभी, उस डेटा टाइप में भी अगर फिट नहीं हो रहा है बियॉन्ड उससे भी ज्यादा साइज का, देन गो टू बिग इंट. Getting? Used for very large integers, but whole numbers. You will say. But how to indicate that it is a big int? You have to attach n to it. When you attach n, it is automatically considered as big int. Internally, उसका memory management linked list form में रहता है. मीन्स आपने ह्यूज नंबर दे दिया तो फर्स्ट वो उतना ही स्टोर करेगा जितने एक नोड में बैठेगा. अभी एक नोड के ऊपर है तो उसका अगला नोड बनाएगा, वो लिंक लिस्ट अटैच करेगा, तो वो इंटरनल मैनेजमेंट हो गया. करेक्ट? तो वी आर एक्चुअली नॉट लर्निंग द इंटरनल्स ऑफ जावास्क्रिप्ट इंजन, वी आर लर्निंग जावास्क्रिप्ट. राइट? तो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इंटरनली वो कैसे मैनेज करता है, वो उसका डायनामिक टेक्निक है. अगर ये नंबर और भी बढ़ते गया कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, वो इंटरनली उसकी वो लिंक लिस्ट मेंटेन करते रहता है. इसलिए डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स भी कितने इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. हाउ वी लर्न डेटा स्ट्रक्चर, बट हाउ so many systems are making use of data structures internally. ठीक है? यहाँ देखो मैं इधर देता हूँ big I या big int equal to and whatever number. Give as much big number you want. And n console.log and begin to print here. And console.log type of print करके देख रहे हो. Okay, type of begin. See, it is printing that whole number as much big number, and the type of that begin is begin. ये वेरिएबल जो है उसका डेटा टाइप बिग इंट है, क्योंकि जस्ट नाउ वही बताया, the data type is big int. Then next is object. Now object comes under non-primitive. It doesn't come under scalar value. Elementary type में नहीं आता है. It doesn't come under elementary category, right? It comes under group type, or it comes under derived type. Okay, so they come under non-primitive category. So it is just a collection of key comma value pair. Objects, very simple concept. In brace bracket, you just have to give key colon value. Now it doesn't have any restriction that the value should be of the same type. Key should be unique. Okay, so key value, key value. Value can be a function also, because JavaScript treats function also as an object. Function is also object. So you can have a function also as a value. You can have a array also as a value. You can have another object as the value. Another object is a value over here. Can go on. And then you can collect its reference in some variable. Okay. And then later you can access them using square also or dot also. If I write O of K1, so you'll get value. O dot also is possible. Getting? So in detail, again, one topic will come. Now we are just talking about the data type object. That's all. Okay. So it is collection of key comma value pairs. That's all. The keys are unique. Values need not be. Values need not be unique, but the keys are always unique. See here. In brace bracket, I'm just writing key value, key value. Key is name value, key value. Value can be anything. Okay. And when the object is created, we are collecting the reference in person. In some languages, they call it as like a dictionary. Like in Python, this is called as a dictionary. Okay. Now what I'm doing in the same program I'm writing, I'm not creating a separate program. Person, comma, age colon 45, salary, okay, colon 4500, or is married, colon true. So I've created an object. You can console.log, print that object. You can print that entire object. You can even check its type. Okay, type of person will be object. It comes under object category. See, is it printing that whole object, key comma value pair? When you click on it, it gives the details like that. Okay, and when you check the type is object. Right? Then there is one more data type called array. The speciality of arrays, it is a collection of homogeneous value. Collection of homogeneous value. Then there are many ways of creating array. All at this moment I cannot tell, because there will be a separate topic of array. So that time we'll see. And then different array methods, because as it's an object, it supports many methods. Like you want to push any value, you want to pop any value, unshaped, shaped, you want to sort them. So many are there. Then on that you can do all lambda functions and all you can apply. So it is just ordered collection of values. Means they are accessed on the index base. zeroth index, one index, two index. It is not like key value pair. It is just a sequence of values, and every value will have an index. Index starts from zero, zeroth index, one index, and you can access the value using that index. Then you can use a for loop also to traverse it. There are special for loops given for traversing arrays. We'll be learning. Just see how to create an array by writing the list of values in a square bracket. This is the easiest way. There are many other ways, but now at this moment, I cannot go into that because currently we are just talking about the topic data type. So we are just taking the introduction of that data types. Then in detail about array topic will come. That time, again in detail, we'll see what are different ways of creating array, what are different array methods. Okay, quick as an example I'll give. A, I'm writing numbers equal to, and directly in square bracket, you can give numbers. Array is created. Okay, console.log. If you want to print that array, directly you can pass that array. You want to check its type, you can confirm type of numbers. See, array is also considered as object because they all come under non-primitive. So all non-primitive are put under object category. See, when you click on it, it gives what all values are there. Okay, the total values are 4. The length, every array will have a length property also. You can access that length property by writing nos.length, and you can get the number of element, the zeroth element, one element. How to access them, we will be learning, don't worry. Okay. Then few more data types are remaining, which we will be covering in the next session. Few more, I guess, function is remaining. That we will discuss, and then we will dive into operators topic.